Okay, so the question of the month is gamification. What is this term, gamification? You've probably heard of the term just thrown around loosely if you're in just the slave pits of human resources or into optimizing work productivity. Basically, gamification is the idea of turning everyday tasks, data entry, doing, answering phones, clocking in, and so on, just the basic mundane tasks, taking those and making it sort of a fun, happy game, right? Yay! We're earning points, we're gadding up, we're leveling up. It's supposed to make work more fluid and fun and engaging, and it sounds totally harmless, right? Right? But I'm here to tell you that is bullshit, totally incorrect, false logic. What if I told you it's not just a tool for motivation, okay? It's not just there to make everyone more productive, everyone more happy to come in and more engaged. It's actually just a clever way to keep you working harder, keep you working longer, while making you believe in the system. It makes you believe you're winning. It gives you that because you're not making money is no longer the thing that's going to be that criteria, that quantitative criteria by which you can gauge if you're winning in the world or not, because they don't want you getting more money. That's the thing. They don't want to pay you more. That's the problem is how much they're paying you. They have to have more for themselves. The business owning class needs to have more for themselves, and they want to give less to you. And so they want to give you that feeling like you're winning, but you're not really winning. You're not getting any more of the pie. You're not getting that sweet cheese. You're not getting a larger share of the GDP income, the gross national income. So why do you want to play this fucking game? Why would you want to play this in the first place, right? Newsflash, you're not playing. It's playing you. Gamification is not some innocent, neutral, business transformation. We're not turning the workplace into Candyland. It's not gonna be like that. It's not the ideal environment to spend your life in. You're not stepping into fucking Disneyland, people. It's how should I put it? It's the ideological obfuscation of exploitation, but with a twist, with extra steps, so to say. So let me just be clear here. Let me just be absolutely frank with you here, sir. Gamification is obfuscating, hiding within, it's hiding. It's like getting that, it's hiding something. Okay, it's like getting the fucking Christmas present, that big box, the one you want that Santa Claus brings you in. It's like hiding right there in the corner, and you open it, there's something in there, and it's like a fucking dead rat with just shit all over it. It's sinister. It's bad for you. It sounds like it's good. It's going to make things funner, but it's not. It gives you the illusion. And we don't want more illusions. That's what the problem is. That's what's obfuscating our class struggle. Is the illusions that you actually have some sort of social mobility, that you're actually leveling up, while the whole time they're exploiting you and they're alienating you, and you see that your wages are stagnating, inflation's going up, and such like that. You're gonna get the feeling of success, right? Sure. But within, you're just grasping at straws here. You're just playing the game well enough to let them quantify success based on their own KPIs, their own metrics. And it's no longer going to be based on, getting money. Because that's how things were always done. You knew you were winning when you were getting paid more. And people would work harder to get paid more. But now people work harder, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They're not getting paid more. So people are doing the quiet quitting thing, because it's just the corporate profits. We cannot stop the snowballing of the corporate profits for anything. My God, if they could just give out a sliver. And we could reintroduce meritocracy. This is the thing with gamification that they want. They want to reintroduce it. It's going to be a new rollout. We're rolling it out again. It's meritocracy 2.0. It's a soft reboot, It's like the new crappier version. But we always know meritocracy is a fucking lie. Individualism, come on. It comes with its own cliff notes. It comes with its own, disclaimer. Just go see my video about Bella Porch doing M to the B to fucking get millions and being zero productivity, and tell me that meritocracy still fucking exists, okay? Because it's humdrum, bro. It's a fucking farce. And the good old meritocracy rhetoric coming back to haunt a business-oriented workspace near you. Anybody who tells you about meritocracy, just fucking, it's camouflage. It's camouflage for how much success and failure really hinge on events completely outside and beyond your individual control here. Working harder's not going to make things better, okay? It's going to help be more productive for the working class, for the business owning class, to subjugate the working class. And the idea behind gamification, that is, like, if you gamify your company, you're going to be more agile, you're going to be more productive. We're going to increase productivity, increase effectiveness, and worker confidence, worker happiness. But what's hidden there? What they're never talking about is, like, let's increase the working class people's a standard of living. Like, let's begin to stop, exploiting the rainforests and having human slaves make Mr. Beast's fucking feastables, or if that's even a thing. And I don't want to get sued here, but I've heard things through the grapevine that, we know human trafficking is still around. We know that the third world is just getting fucking ass raped. So what is hidden behind this newfound idea to bring about productivity inside of gamifications? It's it's another way. It's just another means by which employers can try to extract more value from their employees without actually fucking paying them more. Here, that's the idea behind gamification. They want to figure out how they can get you to work harder, produce them more wealth, and not give you dick for it. They want to give you like a fucking star, get a little star on your thing. Remember how you used to get stars in kindergarten and first grade, and you get a little gold star next to your name? Great job, Billy, you did it. You fucking did it. Now think about that for a second. You walk into the office, and suddenly it's not just a job. You're introduced to a quest. You got a mission today. The boss, he's not exploiting you. He's not a cruel, micromanaging taskmaster. No, he's a fun guy. He's the game master. Everything you do has been coordinated, planned out to give. You're going to get points now. You're going to get points. It's social. It's the social credit system that the fucking conservatives are so terrified of. Only except of it being in a public. In an equally public, autocratic bureaucracy, it's now introduced into the private sphere. Every task, you got points every hour of your life. We can quantify it now and not measure it based on a wage. No. What are we gonna do? We're gonna reduce it to. Let me tell you, we're gonna reduce it to fucking stars, fucking credly badges. It's for your own good. It's for your own good. This is going to make you work better. It's going to be more efficient. It's going to be more fun. It's going to be more productive. But no. My friends, I see through this blammo. 100% this is another ploy. This is a way to not pay you. It's insidious, and it's a form of control. Here's what the system does. It turns your desire, your desire for meaning, your desire to be a contributor in society, in a community, to be a part of a communal body, of a corporate body, if you will, even to go that far. You want to be engaged. You do want to be engaged at work. You want to be meaning. You want to devote your individual creative talent, right? Your will to power to develop something in the world, right? But this system, it uses your desire against you. It uses your desire as a tool for exploitation. You're no longer just an employee. You have become the product of the system itself. This is like the one thing that these fucking meticulous ninnies get wrong here. They think that they want you to play in order to be played. They think that you play, and that in a sense is leading to your freedom. But play, that's one of the cruxes of play, man, is that play cannot be constrained. It can't be time boxed. It can't be given a budget. It has to be free. It has to be fun. And play, in order to play, it's a creative act, okay? When you're enslaved to a business owner and his whims, his ideas, what he wants, it's basically wage slavery. Like, what we're basically asking people is to be slaves, but have fun. It should be fun to be a slave. They sell you the illusion of freedom. That's what they're selling you. They want you to believe in the freedom behind it, that you have the freedom. The game mechanics are what's determining things. Really, you're stuck in what's essentially a digital fucking hellscape, a hamster wheel. You're in the rat race, people. The more you think you're progressing, see, that's the thing. The more you think you're progressing, the deeper you're digging yourself into this hole of systemic logic. It's a bullshit, man. I'm telling you, it's bullshit. So let's talk about these tech companies that are foisting this on people, that are pushing people into this. The ones that are primarily spearheading this, I don't know, Google, Amazon. I think maybe they're the big players. It's kind of gradually being adopted. But you're not playing a game. Like, this is not a game. This is your fucking real life. And it's just an engineered hellscape, essentially. You create this. You want to create an environment where your employees are competing between each other and where we heighten success. Everyone's a collective. We're in a zero-sum game. It's rubbish. It's not going to be good for people's mental health. I tell you what, it's going to be bad. It's going to end poorly, just like everything else does that these people pump out and try to sell us every couple of years. You're going to think about that. Think about going to work and now you're competing with your other employees to do more work. You want to create a sense of community in your culture, in your company culture. You want to create a sense of camaraderie. Not that everybody's fighting for badges and points to get prestige. Come on. What happened to culture and solidarity? Where's the space here for collective action, for unionization? It's gone. I'll tell you what, it's just poof. It's vanished into thin air because now you're not a worker. You're playing their game. It's always been like that. You're playing their game, and they don't want you collectivizing or unionizing. That's what they want to distract you as much as possible. So, my God, what are the ethical implications here of gamification? Basically, the player's reduced to some quota, some weird sort of corporate Hunger Games, if you will. You're stripped of your autonomy, you're stripped of your rights, and you're plopped in, and you're supposed to carry out these weird gaming elements. It's supposed to make your life more bearable, but in the same breath, it's concealing the true horror of your situation. That is that you're stuck here as some corporate wage slave to live out the rest of your life just performing menial tasks that aren't ingratiating you, your class of working class people, your communities, your society, your culture. You're basically a slave. You're a serf to the business owning class, and they don't want the working class to get any piece of the pie. They want them with less. And this gamification thing is going to allow them to continually get more from you while giving you less. That's the true horror of the situation. My God. Because what we do is we become addicted to the game. That's clear as day. We become addicted to the rewards, the dopamine rush, what have you. And it helps us forget totally the conditions of our exploitation. And thus we endure the bullshit, the gig economy, the fucking, no, God, that's like the ultimate gamified employment, right? The gig economy, with its you complete tasks, you're constantly being rated, there's this ever-present threat of being kicked out of the game, logged out forever. Herein, in the gig economy, we have the perfect embodiment of that gamification, of that neoliberal, that dream. Everyone's a little entrepreneur. You're just a little entrepreneur responsible for your own progress. But let's face it. Let me bring this down to reality. Let's land this plane. Open up a bag of Skittles and taste the rainbow with me, bruh. You're just disposable. You're not a fucking little entrepreneur. You're not a little fucking Jeff Bezos. You're a fucking scumdog to them. They don't give a shit about you. You think you're a hero on a quest. In truth, in reality, you're not Link, okay? You're not even Zelda. You're just some of the lowly NPCs in Hyrule. You're nothing to them. You're non-playable. You're following someone else's algorithm. Like, who decides what you do all day? It's not fucking you. Like, that's the paradox. The more gamified work becomes, the less human it's going to be. It's going to be dystopia. It's going to be Hunger Games. It's going to be bad. It's going to be a degradation of the human experience because labor needs to suck. It needs to suck so that people can realize that it's struggle and alienation. If that becomes invisible, if that becomes subsumed into some gaming logic, well then fuck all, right? We live in weird times, people. We live in weird times. You can't level up anymore. That leveling up in reality with getting income leveling up is gone. They want to do away with that. They want to gamify the structure. They want people to not think about. They want people to believe that the inequalities are based in meritocracy. It's total ideological bullshit. It's a total fucking farce. It's an illusion. So, like, the future trajectory of gamification. What are we seeing here? Let me wrap this up for you. It's not just that gamification of employment is like a gamification of the workplace. Okay, don't think of it like that because that's not how things work. Everything spreads out. Everything starts to accumulate into other spaces, into other realms, if you will. That gamification shit is going to start spreading into your life. Okay, they're going to try to control that part of your life. And there's going to be social credit systems because there's corporatism is rampant. It's all corrupt. It's a big corrupt thing. Every aspect of existence is soon going to be subject to these gamified systems. Mark my word. Mark my word. It's not just going to stay in the workplace. It's going to be in education, social media, politics. It's a terrifying prospect. Like they'll see, oh, who did you vote for? It's going to be like, who did you do this? Oh, you did this fucking 4 years ago, and that's bad. So now you're not going to be able to apply for a home loan. It's going to be stuff like that. It's a terrifying prospect, if you ask me. The more we gamify life, the more we transform ourselves, as philosopher Byung-Chul Han said, as achievement subjects, constantly competing, constantly producing, constantly consuming, with no pause to reflect on what it means to be human anymore. You're just a consumerist machine at this point. So, question it, don't question it. My God, I don't know if you can afford to not to question it anymore. Even just questioning it, bringing it up in the workplace is foreboding, It's not whether you gamify employment or not. It's about, like, if doing so is wrong. And I think we're going in that direction. Ultimately, gamifying is alienation. It's our submission to the capitalist machine. It's the perfect tool of neoliberal ideology. My God. It promises freedom, engagement, and fun, but it's just another trap. It's just another tool, a deep form of exploitation. So be wary of it. My working class wage monkeys, go forth and collectivize. Right?